Yeah. Look, y'all, we building healthy parent-child relationship strategies. We all came from different walks of life. All had different help parenting styles. But as of right now, let's check out these strategies and see what we can take from it. Let's see.
Ever feel like your 8-year-old ghosted you at the dinner table while still demanding catch-up? You're sitting 2 feet away and still getting the emotional equivalent of seen they used to overshare. Now, you get one-word answers and a dramatic sigh if you press. This isn't just a phase. It's a quiet test. Are you safe enough for the real stuff? And the habits that fail that test, they don't look like mistakes. They look like good parenting. In this video, I'll show you 10 silent parenting mistakes that quietly push your child away and how to fix them before they shut you out for good. Mistake number 1, the achievement interrogation. Your kid walks in the door, backpack still half on, and before they even kick off their shoes, you hit them with the pop quiz. How was your math test? Did you finish that project? What homework you have tonight? You think you're showing interest, but to them, it's like a performance review, and they forgot their notes. At this age, kids crave your approval. And when the first thing you ask about is schoolwork, they start to think your love depends on their report card. So if they mess up, they hide it. You're not raising a kid. You're raising an anxious overachiever with a secret stomachache. The fix? Ask about them first. What made you laugh today? Who'd you sit with at lunch? Anything weird happen? Be curious about their world, not just their output. Grades matter, but showing your kid they matter regardless of those grades.
I like this so far, but when I was growing up, bad grades was my ass whoopings and withdrawal of not necessities but amenities. You know what I'm saying? Perform. That's interesting. Perform.
Door open.
So I'm guessing we gotta just try to care just about them, how they feel, or something. Oh man, I'm in trouble. Is y'all in trouble like I am? I thought I was teaching them to read so he can read books. Like I don't. What?
2, the emotional editing. Your kid says, I hate my teacher. And you jump in like a PR manager. You don't hate her. You're just frustrated. Translation, let's reword that to something more comfortable for me. Or they say, I'm terrible at math. And before they finish the sentence, you're already cheerleading. Don't say that. You just need more practice. You think you're being helpful. But to them, you're editing their feelings in real time. Elementary age kids are just learning how to name what they feel. And when you constantly correct them, they stop trusting their own emotions. They start hiding what's real or only saying what they think you want to hear. You're not making them stronger. You're making them second guess themselves. So what do you do instead? Validate first. Sounds like that really upset you. Want to tell me more? Math's feeling hard right now? That must be super frustrating. Feelings don't need fixing. They need witnessing. Then, and only if they want help, you can talk about what to do next. Mistake number 3, the comparison trap. Your sister was reading chapter books by your age. Ugh, nothing like a little sibling rivalry over bedtime stories. Or, why can't you...
I got an only child, so we can't pull them tactics, but I would imagine that doesn't make people feel good.
She's so organized. Translation, I love you, but I'd love you more if you were someone else. You think you're motivating them, but you're actually handing them a measuring stick and asking them to chase someone else's life. Elementary age kids are building their identity from scratch. When you compare them to others, even their past selves, they get the message. I'm not enough unless I'm winning. They start seeing relationships as competitions. Some become insecure. Others develop I'm better than you energy at 8. Either way, they're learning that love is something you earn, not something you get. So, what should you do? Celebrate their growth, not someone else's timeline. You've been remembering your backpack all week. That's new. I saw how frustrated you got with that puzzle, and you didn't give up. That was a smart fix. Did you think of that on your own? You're helping them build pride from the inside out. Quick pause. If this section is making you wince a little, that's normal. We all slip into comparison without realizing it. Hit like if this hit a nerve. And if you're still here, you're already doing the work most parents avoid. The next mistake, it's one that makes kids feel invisible. Most parents don't even notice. Number 4, the busy dismissal. Your kid starts telling you a story about playground drama. You nod while loading the dishwasher, phone in hand, half listening. They pause for your reaction. You give them an that screams, I have no idea what you just said. Or worse, they ask, can I tell you something? And you hit them with the dreaded, not right now, I'm busy. You're not trying to hurt them. You're just trying to keep dinner from burning, the laundry from molding, and your brain from melting. But they don't hear that. What they hear is, my thoughts aren't important enough to interrupt your to-do list. And here's the heartbreaking part. Elementary age kids only open up in short, weirdly timed windows, like when you're elbows deep in a garbage bag or late for a meeting. If you coming back, try this. Give me 2 minutes to finish this, and then I want to hear everything. Then actually mean it. Put the phone down. Make eye contact. React like they're telling you a net.
This is something, what kind of prompted this video? I saw this and I was like, let me bring this to Real McCoy Nation, because Wifey was telling me how her and my son is sick of my divided attention. So, the difference being the missus, we've been rocking for nearly 2 decades. Like, she's either used to it, okay with it. She don't like it. She don't like it at all. Like, you know, she wish for better, hopes for better. And I do deliver at times, but with my son, it is important to keep checking in before they check out. Cause I checked out on my parents. I don't know exactly when, but I kind of get it. And I don't want the same type of relationship.
On you what happened at recess. They're testing whether you're safe to talk to. Miss that signal, and they'll stop sending it. Mistake number 5, the problem prevention. Your kid starts venting about playground drama. Before they finish the sentence, you're already planning a strongly worded email to their teacher. Or worse, drafting a peace treaty between 2 third graders who aren't speaking anymore because of a banana. They get stuck on a math problem and boom, you're halfway through solving it before they even ask. It feels like you're being helpful, supportive, proactive. But what they're learning is, I can't do things unless mom or dad steps in. And that message kills confidence. Elementary age kids need small struggles. It's practice for the bigger stuff, like friend drama, group projects, or navigating life when you're not standing right behind them with a parachute and a snack. When you solve things too fast, you rob them of a powerful moment, the chance to figure it out. Instead, try asking, do you want help figuring this out, or you just want me to listen? That question does 3 things at once. 1, gives them agency. 2, builds trust. 3,
I would have never thought to ask my toddler that. That's something that I do with the missus. I'll be like, yo, you want me to do something or just hear you out? You know, because I have to do that from time to time. I'll be, you know how I get from day life, what you tune into, what you don't tune into. But I'm kind of scared to do that with my toddler. I'm kind of scared.
and turn it into a helicopter in yoga pants. Sometimes they just need to vent. Sometimes they just want to think through it with you. Sometimes they're already working on a solution and just need to know you believe they can. Step back, be the guide, not the fixer. Because the real win isn't solving it for them. It's watching them realize they can solve it for themselves. Mistake number 6, the performance pressure. Your kid shows you a crayon drawing, and before you say cool spaceship, you're Googling local art competitions. They tap a few keys on a piano. You're wondering if it's too early to call Juilliard. They join a soccer team to have fun, and suddenly you're yelling from the sidelines like their scholarship's on the line. We all do this. Not because we're...
Damn, I'm guilty, y'all. I'm guilty. I think I got a highlight tape for my 4. He wasn't even 5 when he was playing soccer. I think I got a whole highlight tape. Dang, I hope I got to recorrect.
Because we want our kids to succeed. But here's the problem. When everything becomes about performance, they stop exploring. They stop taking risks. So they stick to safe and stop trying new. You're not raising a resume. You're raising a curious, messy, wonderful human who deserves to enjoy the process, not just the prize. Instead of, did you win? Try. Did you have fun? What did you try that was new today? What made you laugh at practice? Celebrate effort, curiosity, creativity, not just outcomes. Because when kids feel free to try, they grow braver. And the confidence that comes from that, way more powerful than a trophy. Quick favor from Stickle before we move on. If this is hitting home, could you take 1 second to tap that subscribe button? Believe it or not, over 97% of viewers...
Listen, I'm going to subscribe. I can't now because I'm handling the whip. But I'm digging Stickle. Shout out to Stickle.
It's free, takes half a breath, and seriously, it helps more than you think. Already subscribed? You're officially awesome. Mistake number 7, the adult friendship. Your kid gets home from school, and before they can say, I traded my apple for gummy worms, you're unloading about your boss, your bills, or how your marriage feels like a sitcom with no punchlines. It sounds like bonding. It feels like honesty. But to your kid, it's like saying, here, carry my adult stress in your school bag. Elementary age kids can be surprisingly wise, but they're not your therapist. They don't need to know that rent's late. They don't need to hear about your coworker Karen and her passive-aggressive Post-it notes. And they definitely don't need to feel like your emotional support animal. Because here's what happens. They start managing your emotions instead of learning how to handle their own. And that's how anxious, over-responsible kids.
Yo, not gonna comment. I'm just gonna say, yo, I'm gonna play that little last couple seconds back. That was the trauma. I just started remembering stuff. We're gonna take it back far because they crept up on me.
What happens? They start managing your emotions instead of learning how to handle their own. And that's how anxious, over-responsible kids are born. Kids who smile and say, I'm fine, while secretly feeling like the whole family might collapse if they stop holding it together. Let them be kids. They need to believe the grown-ups have it covered, even if the grown-ups are running on caffeine, therapy, and blind faith. Need to vent? Phone a friend. Talk to your partner. Scream it into a pillow if you must. But when you talk to your 8-year-old, ask them about their day. Listen to their Minecraft drama. Laugh at their terrible knock-knock joke, because their job is to be a child, not your counselor in Crocs. Number 8, the constant correction. Your kid's telling a story. So then the dinosaur came and you jump in. It's Tyrannosaurus, not Trinosaurus. They're making dinner with you, and you quietly redo the way they chop the cucumber.
All right, that's kind of promising. I stopped doing this. I was doing this a lot, but wifey liked my little dude, his little cute words, him saying stuff wrong. So I just let it rock now. So I think that's healthy.
Clearly, crooked slices are a crime against salads. They share an idea, and you instantly launch into why that wouldn't work in real life. You think you're helping them grow, but what they're hearing is, nothing I do is good enough. Elementary age kids are in the messy middle, old enough to try, still young enough to mess it all up. And when every effort gets corrected, they stop trying. Or worse, they become tiny perfectionists who panic if their Lego tower isn't symmetrical. You don't want that. You want a kid who's confident enough to try, even if the cookies look like they've been through a small explosion. So here's the fix. Pick your battles. Correct stuff that matters, like safety or kindness. But if they mispronounce a word, just mirror.
That's what I be on. That's the only thing I really trip on about my son. I'm nervous because I don't whoop his ass like I got my ass whooped growing up, and I'm really nervous. Well, I take it to God. Because it's a real fear. Like, I kind of accredit a lot of why I don't go toward trouble because of the ass whoopings I got. But I'm not doing ass whoopings, so I can't say I got confidence in my strategies I'm doing because I don't know how they gonna play out. But I don't believe ass whoopings is it. So, oh man, the problem, Joe.
Response, no big deal. If they mix up a story detail, let it slide. Because the goal isn't perfection, it's connection. And nothing kills confidence faster than a constant red pen. Let them be gloriously imperfect. That's where the learning lives. If their drawing of a cat looks like a potato with whiskers, it's a cat now. Mistake number 9, the screen competition. Your kid is showing you the Lego dragon they built for 3 whole hours. And you're nodding along while responding to a Slack message, scrolling Instagram, and texting someone you forgot existed. You think you're multitasking. What they see, you choose the rectangle over them. And the message that sends, whatever's on that screen matters more than me. Oof. Elementary age kids notice everything, especially when your eyes flick down right as they hit the punchline of their story. They may not say it loud, but inside, they're keeping score. And when the screen wins too many times, they stop trying to share. Or worse, they start competing for your attention in ways you don't want. The fix? Create phone-free zones like it's 2003. Dinner, no phones. Bedtime stories, airplane mode. One-on-one time, pretend your phone is allergic to love. Symptoms include ignoring your child's epic Lego robot. You don't have to be screen-free 24/7. Just show them, at least once a day, that nothing is more interesting than their cardboard robot, their off-key song, or their very important explanation of how lava works. Because what they'll remember isn't what you said. It's how it felt to have your full attention. Mistake number 10. The future anxiety. Your kid forgets their lunchbox, and suddenly you're spiraling into how will they ever survive in the real world? They struggle with reading, and you're Googling literacy tutors at 2 a.m. like their Harvard acceptance depends on it. We think we're being responsible parents, but here's what our kids hear. You're not enough right now. You only matter when you succeed later. Ugh. That lands hard, especially on a 7-year-old who still thinks crayons taste kind of interesting. Childhood isn't just a runway for adulthood. It's life. It's supposed to be messy, silly, unpredictable, and full of growth that doesn't come with a GPA. When you constantly worry out loud about their future, they soak up your anxiety like a sponge in a puddle of panic. They start thinking they need to fix it. And suddenly, your 8-year-old has a...
Yo, shout out to my parents, man. Listen, man. They told me I was gonna kick ass a long time ago. Like, they big up my siblings as well. So, but yeah, I knew life was gonna turn up once I became an adult. Like, I knew, like, I'm gonna just do my little time, do this little 0 through 17, because I was gone before 18. But yeah, shout out to my parents for letting me know, like, nah, you don't. Maybe it's on the other end of the spectrum, but like, you don't need us. You good.
Your job isn't to predict their future. It's to protect their present. Instead of, how will this affect college? Try, how can I help you feel proud of yourself today? Focus on building character, curiosity, kindness, and resilience. Because a child who knows they're loved and supported right now has a way better shot at thriving later. They grow up safer, stronger, and way more likely to let you in, even as teenagers.
Did you know that the brain processes about 6,000 thoughts per day?
All right, man. We're going to get into another quick segment, man. I hope I actually make it home in time to see my boy, before we go to school. I want to let him know, like, I love and support you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Young G, you good. Like, it don't even matter your grades, even though I think it's going to matter later. But, like, no. So we got to get parenting right, because based off what I think they've been doing the last few generations in America, it ain't been right, y'all. You can say what you want, but look at our family structures. Look at how the disrespectful people perceive the children's to be. Like, you see the disconnect. You see the teachers fighting with the kids at school. You see it. Y'all see it.
Brain as a massive group chat, except it never sleeps. Everyone's shouting, and most of them are just rehashing the same argument from last Tuesday. That's overthinking. And here's the thing, overthinking isn't just annoying, it's exhausting. It hijacks your peace, drains your energy, and pretends it's being productive, when really it's just hitting the same mental replay button over and over again. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. Overthinking is not a thinking problem, it's a control problem. Your brain is trying to predict, prevent, or perfect the future because it doesn't feel safe in the present, so it spirals. What if I fail? What if I say the wrong thing? What if...
Damn, ran into another... I'm gonna have to stop messing with Stickle. This is a segment of parent overwhelm. Reset in 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get back into this.
Hi, I'm Stickle, and in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to disarm that spiral. Not by stopping thoughts, but by changing your relationship with them. Chapter 1, name it to tame it. Here's what happens when you overthink.
That's kind of biblical. On some exercise the demons, you got to call it out. You got to know, you know what I'm saying? You got to confess. You got to confess your sins, to get to that freedom. I don't know. I like Stickle.
Alarm center. It's fast, primitive, and highly sensitive. Its job is to scan for danger and keep you safe. Thousands of years ago, that meant spotting wild animals or enemy tribes. Today, it might mean a weird tone in someone's voice or an unanswered text message. Your amygdala doesn't know the difference. It just detects a threat. So it sends out a full body alert. Heart rate goes up, breathing gets shallow, muscles tighten. Your body prepares for survival, even when the danger is purely imagined. The signal says something is wrong. Pay attention, fix it. That's when your prefrontal cortex steps in. This is the rational part of your brain, the planner, the problem solver. It hears the alarm and does exactly what it's designed to do. It tries to figure things out. It starts asking questions. What happened? What could happen? What should I do? Except there's often no solvable problem, just vague uncertainty. So what does your brain do? It loops. Now, the fastest way out is surprisingly simple. Label what's happening. Say it out loud if you can. I'm overthinking right now. That small act does something big. It shifts your activity from your emotional brain to your rational brain. It moves the spotlight away from the alarm and towards the observer. And just like that, you've created a little space between you and the thought. Think of your mind like a web browser. Every anxious thought opens a new tab. That weird email? One tab. That thing you said last week? Another tab. That imaginary future where everything goes wrong, at least 5 more tabs. Now your mental RAM is maxed out. Everything slows down, nothing loads, the system crashes. Labeling the moment is like pressing Control W. Sure, it doesn't solve everything right away, but it stops the spiral from adding more tabs. It closes the loop just enough for you to take a breath. Chapter 2, engage the body, exit the loop. Overthinking lives in your head, but the way out starts with your body. When you're mentally stuck, your nervous system often slips into freeze mode. Muscles tighten, breaths shorten, everything locks up. You're not thinking clearly because your body feels like it's bracing for impact. The quickest way to break that cycle is to move. Try 10 jumping jacks. Take a brisk walk. Shake out your arms for 30 seconds like a wind-up toy on its last battery. It doesn't matter what you choose. What matters is sending your brain a different signal. One that says, we're not stuck, we're in motion, we're okay. Movement resets your sensory system, recalibrates your focus, and loosens the grip of that mental tension. It's not exercise for fitness, it's movement for clarity. Like slipping out of gridlock onto a side street. Even a small shift helps you find your way forward. Chapter 3, shift from thought to task. Your brain loves closure. When you leave thoughts unfinished, it keeps poking you like a kid in the backseat. But what about this? What if this happens? Have you considered this completely imaginary scenario? Here's the fix. Switch from analysis to action. Any action. Ask, what's the one tiny thing I can do about this right now? Maybe it's writing an email. Maybe it's journaling a messy sentence. Maybe it's setting a reminder for tomorrow. Even the smallest action gives your brain the closure it craves. You don't have to finish the whole thing. Just give the mind evidence that something is being handled. You're not solving everything. You're solving for the loop. Chapter 4, zoom out with a 5-year frame. Overthinking feels enormous because your brain is zoomed all the way in. Like you're staring at one sentence in a novel and panicking that the story doesn't make sense. Here's the reframe. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years? This is called temporal distancing. It's a cognitive strategy that activates the brain's higher reasoning functions. Most of what you overthink won't even be a memory in a few months. Zooming out reminds you, this isn't your whole life. It's just a sentence in one chapter of one season. Your story is bigger, and your brain needs that reminder. Chapter 5, practice the thought parking lot. When your mind keeps spinning, it's usually trying to do something helpful. Hold on to information, prevent future mistakes, or plan for what might go wrong. But without direction, all of that effort turns into noise. So give the thoughts a place to go. Open a notebook on your notes app. Label it something simple like thought parking lot. Then unload everything that's bouncing around in your head. Don't edit, don't organize, just get it out, like emptying a bag of groceries onto the table. This does 2 powerful things. First, it gets the thoughts out of your working memory, which frees up mental space. Second, it tells your brain these are stored safely. We'll come back if we need to. No need to keep holding them all at once. You can even add that calendar reminder to review this list later if it feels important. You're not trying to suppress anything, you're giving it structure. And structure brings relief. Chapter 6, talk to yourself like you would a friend. Quick question. Would you ever say to a friend, wow,
That's definitely at least 3 for sure. I want to say it's nearly 7 years, but positively talking to myself as if I cared about myself. Like, I don't think I did negative before, but I definitely felt I could do more positivity. So that's helpful, man. Hey,
thinks you're a disaster? To yourself.
I'll be talking to
Overthinking
myself
often
up.
includes self-bullying disguised as analysis. Try this shift. Use third-person self-talk. Instead of, I don't know what to do, say, Jamie is figuring it out. They've handled hard things before. They're learning. This subtle pronoun shift helps you access the rational part of your brain, the one that easily gives advice kind to you. Your inner voice shapes your inner world. Speak gently. Speak wisely. Chapter 7, close the loop with self-trust. Overthinking survives on the lie that you won't know what to do when the moment comes. But look back. Haven't you figured out every unfigure-outable thing so far? Didn't you make it through every I can handle this moment? Self-trust is the medicine that overthinking fears. Because once you believe in your future ability to respond, you don't need to mentally rehearse every disaster. So say this out loud if you can. I don't need all the answers right now. I trust myself to handle things as they come. Then breathe deeply. That's not an affirmation. That's evidence. Chapter 8, use the 10-minute rule. If you take away just one thing, let it be this. You don't have to shut down the you just need to interrupt it for 10 minutes. Set a timer. Pick one thing, just one. Move your body. Write in your thought journal. Tackle a tiny task. Do something kind for someone else. Or breathe while listening to music that calms you. That pause is powerful because the spiral feeds on momentum. It wants you to keep thinking, analyzing, spinning. But when you pause, on purpose, you remind your brain of something it forgets in the chaos. We're not stuck. We're not helpless. We're moving forward. And sometimes that's all it takes. Closing. You don't overcome overthinking by becoming emotionless. You overcome it by becoming aware, present, and kind to yourself in the moment. That's it. Your mind will try to complicate this. That's what it does. It spins, it spirals, it loves drama. But you don't have to play along. All you have to do is remember this. You're allowed to stop thinking and just be, even for a minute, especially for a minute. That's not giving up. That's reclaiming peace. And the peace you build today, it'll find you again, exactly when you need it most.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, go check out this channel, man. It's called Stickle Explains, spelled how it sounds. I'm going to binge it more. I didn't see how many videos was on the channel, but I just clipped up 2 with y'all, and I liked them. So, like, share, and subscribe. Definitely put your area code down below. Did you grab anything from this that you could take? I know I done chimed in like 3 or 4 times in terms of parenting and dealing with a 5-year-old, man, and not using that ain't what the video is about, but I'm using different strategies. I got a different deck I'm playing with on the parenting tip, and I ain't got none of it figured out. But it's fun though, and I want to do it right. So trying to get with some like-minded people, do it right with y'all. Shalom. Shalom, 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 shalom. Have a good day, y'all.